So Nimr made a very significant announcement in terms of a partnership with Czech Republic. Can you tell me a bit about the partnership and what the goals of that are?
Sure. It is a leap for Nimr, basically partnering up with VOP from the Czech Republic. Part of our ambition is expanding globally. I think we've secured ourselves in the sense of positioned ourselves properly in the MENA region and the GCC region, and our next step is moving into, last year we announced the movement into the East Asia, and now we want to penetrate the European market. And we thought that we had a very good supplier relationship with VOP, and now it's the right time for us to take that supplier relationship into more of a collaborative industrial cooperation with them to be able to target the European markets. It's an exciting time for us, and we are very happy for that announcement.
So how will what role will Nimr play versus the companies and so forth in the Czech Republic? How will that be divided up to encourage growth?
Sure. The targeted market size is approximately in the whole region over there is around 2,000 vehicles. And what we see that with VOP, we should be able to take a substantial part of that market share. We'll start definitely depending on the size of the contract. We'll start with perhaps maybe some knockdown kits, maybe some assemblies, but we are not limited. We might be able to do the complete vehicle integration, assembly and integration in the Czech Republic.
Do you see opportunity actually to go beyond Europe? I mean, do you have conversations with partners in the United States and so forth to kind of establish similar types of relationships?
We are keeping ourselves options open. The US is extremely difficult market to penetrate, and there are some very well OEMs positioned within the US. But yes, we've started having some discussions. Perhaps we can start with some system integrations rather than vehicle manufacturing. But surely, maybe within the next few years, we look into this more carefully.
And it's interesting because the Middle East has more demand for land systems probably than we even see in the United States at this point in time. But there seems to be an increasing need and desire for the Middle East region to kind of demand for funds to return to the region when they make acquisitions and when they partner with other countries. You know, how challenging is it to grow that industrial base here?
That's a very good question. Offsets program was established just for that sake here in the UAE to start with the region itself, is basically whatever procurement that's happening in the defense domain, how can we benefit, how can the economy benefit from such? So offsets started, and we started, and of course it was a learning curve. Some of our industries, and you can see around you in IDEX, you can see some of the industries that blossomed from an offset program, started small, and now they are a full-fledged company. And now we've reached a stage in which Nimr is exporting technology and exporting platforms, and we see that demand on us. Wherever we try to go in the region, Offsets comes in and tells us to do some program with them to encourage their own economy to be part of this project that we want to do.
It's interesting because the offset program can come in a variety of flavors, so to speak. Are there enough offset opportunities where it's enabling the industrial base in UAE and across the Middle East to expand and be really a part of the technological development? I mean, I imagine that's really what the goal is.
That is correct. The goal is here effective transfer of technology. And I say effective because it needs to be something tangible, doable, and you can quickly market it and compete. Competition is extremely important. For us in the UAE and for the industry that we are representing here, Offset has been an enabler. It allowed us to tap into more experienced technology partners. We've managed to establish the grounds for them and build on it. And now moving forward, Offset, I also see it as an enabler in different countries, whether it is a neighboring country or a regional country, is how can we help you now build in your whole indigenous capability in production.
Is there more that companies, the very large prime companies, for example, can do to encourage that kind of growth?
It all boils down to the platforms that they are providing and what type of technology that is being sought in here. In automotive, there are few large companies we would love to work with. We are now, alhamdulillah, Nimr is becoming more of a tier 1 OEM, and we are very proud of that. And we look for SMEs in other countries to work with to help them grow.
And the last question, of course, we mentioned the signing, but you've had quite a few interesting announcements here at IDEX. So give us some of the most exciting news that you're sharing in terms of your systems and the development.
Sure. Exciting times. Again, I have to mention that. We've unveiled our GIS 4x4 and 6x6 platforms, and the 4x4, if you walk around the stand, you will see it. It is in operations. So we brought one from the operations. These two, we've announced the contract for their acquisition by the UAE Armed Forces. It's a substantial contract, 1,000+ vehicles, few billion dirhams worth of a contract, and it's an exciting time for us.